defending. So I'm trying to say, if we say we are having the players, each and every certain division, what is happening, you'll find out we are having the players, and then the players that we are having, we have an objective. Like I'm saying, if we make the game now, we say we are taking that player to come and play for our under 15. It must be a player that you know it very well, that he can do what? He can fit in the team. You understand? If you say now I'm looking for a player that is 17, among the players that I'm having, which is the under 17, which is the player that he can fit in. Not only fitting in with playing, because they are what? There are many elements that they are involved in football. Is where we're finding ourselves now in this situation. In the situation now, finding out that in a group of players who are here, that they are here, who are playing for under 17, it's not a talented player that is here. We'll find out that he make it in professional if we get one, because it's not guaranteed. In fact, it's a player that we're not expecting. Are you to make it? Because also we make an experiment with the Pfda here with someone who was talking with Rashford. Not a long time ago, like Coach President who it was a cause, we're talking about the Rashford. That time Rashford was playing for, I think it was under 15 or something. He was playing the Night Cup. Night Cup is being played here in South Africa. We play a playoffs to go and play Night Cup. A team that Parage, they Manchester. But it's a player who managed to make. They were maybe among maybe 10 players who were 10 times more than him. But for him to manage to cover all the aspects of the game, and then is the one who has been produced. I make an example. If you like it, even to prove that, you can look at Rashford, look at Linkard. Linkard is very good at Rashford. But look at the consistency. Rashford is more consistent, more than who we can develop. When we're developing them, they have to get better, isn't it? So when they are getting better, which means there are chances for those players to do what? To play well, to play professional. If it doesn't happen, then that's why we are still going to school. At the same time, when we are playing for under 13, which means is our first lowest division, we are going to under 15. There is one question that, are you going to under 15 because your age is allowing you to play for under 15? Or we are playing to under 15 now because we are qualified to play with under 15? If you move from under 15 going to under 17, are you an under 17 player because already your age doesn't allow you to play with under 15? Or you are playing to under 17 because already your standard of playing is allowing you to play with under 17? If you are playing with under 19, we are playing with under 19 because of your age, or we are playing to under 19 because already your standard of play is making you to qualify to be an under 19 player. Because there is a difference between someone who's playing for under 13, you are expecting something. When you are playing for under 15, you are expecting something. When you are playing for under 17, you are expecting something, isn't it? When you are playing for under 19, there is a difference. And then those different, you yourself have to understand it very well what is happening. If you are looking for the player who's playing for under 13, what is he doing? He just play. He just train. Learn to train. He's just learning to train. They're teaching him how to train. If you are looking for a player who's playing for under 15, he's just training to train. But if you are looking for a player from under 15 to 17, those players now, they are playing to compete. If you are looking for players who are playing for under 17, 17 years going to under 19, those players that they are training to becoming professional. This is why it's possible to see a player who's 17 playing well in a professional team. It's possible. It's rare to see the one who's 15 playing for a professional team, but there are many players who found out that boy 17 years playing for a professional team. Yesterday when we were watching Vesh playing, two players that we played with them again 2 years ago, they were in the first team playing yesterday with the first team. The right back who played, I think, the first half, the striker coming in and go out again because of the injury. And he was a top goal scorer when he was playing. I think it was easy to become a top goal scorer. So that is football. That is the development of the football. Of which is showing at the end of the day that there is no fear of failure. It's not something that you wake up today and then now you dream that because today he scored 5 goals, this player can manage to go and make it professional. At the end of the day, that's what we found out now. The academy, we manage to say, okay, let's invest in a team now. So that even if the player, we are looking for someone that can see that, okay, if it's happened that I'm craving for the stable for under 50 and the stable is developing, And then if Isuko is going 15 this year, we are supposed to play Isuko to under 17. I'm making an example because he's not here. He must play for under 17. So which means when he starts to play under 17 now, he only is 1 year what? Above of his age, and then I'm giving him time. If I'm having and then he's not doing well, it's a waste of time. He can just stay here, but I'm no longer having any future or guaranteed with him to say we are going somewhere. Because I can't sacrifice the sake and I'm making an example. But I see that here there is a future that is coming. That is the objective of our academy, is allowing us to do. We train those players who will improve. When they improve, so that we can eventually become professional. So if there is no characteristics in that player, certain player to becoming what a professional player, it's a waste. We can keep for us those 10 goals, fine, and when we come back, we have those profits. But the main thing is to develop the player to become a professional player. They say if we wanted to be a professional, we have to behave like what? Like one. Some players will hear someone say, you see me, if they can say now, I'm playing for cheap, as I will see, I'm telling you now we are training. So it doesn't understand. Because if you wanted to be a professional, you will do what? And then you behave like one of those professionals. If we are talking about the characteristics that I'm talking about, there are many major things that we do what we focus on most of the times when we are saying we are training. And then when we are training the player, what are we expecting? They are expecting the player to become what? To become a professional. Or we are expecting. They are 5. They are just 5. That you are based on. When we are training. Most of the time, when we train, we'll find ourselves doing this. Feeling is in the toilet and Paladian teach and get. These are the things that when we sit down, we discuss, and then we are saying we are looking for, when we are saying we are looking for football players, and then we are looking for those things to see, and then they think they can complete a player. And then why now maybe sometimes we can come with your technique of which is very good. That one doesn't lead you anywhere in terms of saying which means that player make it. We see them. Technique, I think everyone knows what I'm talking about. We're talking about passing on the ball and receiving the ball. I say that when we talk, I wanted people to understand it very well. There are certain different kind of players. I used to say that you will find that we have a players that they are playing a social football. We have them. There are many. You can have a players who can play the social football, who just play the normal things. We have those teams here. But the main objective when we are saying there's academy, the aim is to train the player and then improve the player and do your best to try to make the player doing what, becoming a professional. If we didn't, it was not being guaranteed. You know that that's why we are still going to school and everything. But the main thing of things, most of the people they master. Most of the people they master this. You can master this. The more important they expect in football. And the one that people, when they master it all, they make it, is these 2 aspects of football. These are the more important, more than important. If you can have the player, Tabosino, the Lesotho national team coach, former under 17, under 20, under 23 coach, the student of the game, he talked about this thing in one of the causes that when we are saying we are looking for a player with a national setup, we are not looking for the talent, we are looking for the character. Because to rate everyone who's playing and then wanted to select the players for national team, which means he can play. But we are looking for the one who have more character. That is a problem. If you look at the character and everything is getting in there. If we are talking about psychological, we are talking about mental. Most of the players who make it, when I was talking about the Rashford example, we can even talk about the Kabuzas. We can even talk about, if you want, with Mule for Super Sport here at least, we are talking about home. That boy was not a talented player in the Super Sport team, but he's the one who's playing the most now. People, they are looking for him everywhere. He's not a talented player that they ever have. If we are looking at Police, he's not the best player at sometimes that we ever had if you watch an MTC before. But he's the one at the end of the day who managed. So where are the others? Where did they left there? That is a challenge that we are facing in South Africa with most of our players. We have a lot of talented players, but psychologically and socially they are not there. And then they are not willing even to be there. And then that is a challenge. So we don't need to be surprised. That's why I was saying we don't need to be surprised if the player that is 14 is really showing that he have a character. That player, we don't want to lose it. Because he's not going to be allowed that we lose that player. We'll be focusing on that player and make sure that he grows. He's not the best player in the team, you can even be surprised. So now, luckily you guys, you've been here now. We understand it very well. Now we bring it in out. You understand it? You can see the player. Why this player has been playing? That player is not playing because he's good, but you can see that there's a future coming ahead in that player. And they knew we are better than him even. But you can see that if you can push this one with 1 and 2 years, you'll be still with him and then he will be getting better. But I see that if I can keep on playing with you, I will be winning. It's true. But maybe I will be having you only for 6 months and then it's going to waste of waste. I say that as much as we still call it a development, it's a long-term thing. It's not something that is going to do what is going to happen overnight. So in that long-term thing, what has been happening and then it's been discovered that in that long term that I'm talking about, those who manage to be strong psychologically, maintain any situation in the team, there is a psychological aspect happen. When you see your friend going and get the teams, where you see your team with your friend making 18, you don't make 18 and do not play. What has happened to you psychologically? Are you motivated? Psychologically, we see when we are playing good. We see when we are getting use of the place. Are you continuous to stay humble or you think that you make it? We see you when now we see that we have been promoted to another division. Are we still hanging on there and playing with the same pace? Or we say, that player when he was coming was playing. Did you see him? Now he's no longer playing. Just imagine, we are a legend in the space of, in under 17, we are already a legend. We are saying, hey, this player was playing. Psychological part is playing what is playing. Socially, we are talking about people who are surrounding you. We are talking about families. We are talking about your friends especially. We are talking about your teammates. Are you cooperating or not? Those are the two aspects that they are very important in football. When we are doing what? When we are talking about the what we call it, to improve the player to becoming what? A professional. Arsene Wenger once say, the more people who manage to make it is those ones who overcome these two things. There were lots of players in past 5 years that people they were saying they were very talented in the Arsenal team or development that they were coming and supposed to play professional. We never see those players. We never know what has happened to them. Because of what? Because of the pressure. Because of